What is up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here, and welcome back to episode number 14 of the World Domination series. Apologies, but we've gone a little bit further than I was planning to. The plan was to do half of the season, do the episode there, and then get to the end of it. Maybe do an episode there, depending on how it's going, but quite engrossed in the actual games. So, this is actually the final game of the season. Um, so we do have a bit to go through. We'll have a look at I would say we'll look at the transfers, but there hasn't actually been any, as you can see. We did lose Isaac Day last year, but that's about it. No one really just wants to join us, to be quite frank, at the moment. But we've got a load of obviously youngsters who can help us like keep teams up. Yeah, we it's I'm not quite sure how you describe it. It's not it started okay, but it's not that great, to be honest. We had a bit of a goal fest, 5-4 win against Nicanau. Liam Curtis with a double, Brad Parkin, David Smith, and Anthony Ward all scoring for us. We then followed that up with a 3-0 win over Utan. Joshua Chalmers actually putting us 1-0 up. Brad Parkin just 9 minutes before half time, making it 2-0. And then Marcus Frank with the first goal of the season just after half time to make it 3. We then drew 1-1 at home to Took. We took the lead actually through an Isaac Filion goal, but literally 60 seconds later, Cameron Thompson made it 1-1. And then we then drew 2-2 with Nick and Now again. Liam Curtis actually equalised for us exactly 60 seconds after Andrew Fleming actually made it 1-0 to Nicanel. We then took the lead for Liam Curtis penalty with 10 minutes to go, but we could only hold the lead for 8 minutes, and Ryan Ormrod actually made it 2-2. The season's fixtures for this one are all over the shop. As you can see, we had 4 home games in a row, and have also just come out of playing 4 games in 8 days. And we actually played like 4 games in a row, not just for us, but also in the league as well. Like we had one group on 9 games, and I'd only played like 2 or 3. So that's one slight issue. Um, that fourth home game in a row was a 2-0 defeat to Mackin. Matthew Piper put them in front in the first half. 15 minutes ago, Michael Smith made it 2-0, and that is how the game ended. We had another gap here as well, which is why we had so many games in a row. The annoying things as well was that we weren't like, how do I put it, we were not really far away from the top 2 with these games, especially after we won 1-0 at Utan thanks to a Brad Parkin goal 6 minutes from time. We actually moved into second on that one. Um, it's not gone great after that. We drew 2-2 Vanatoa. We actually went 1-0 down. George Holloway putting them in front. But James Kiss goal, 11 minutes from time, actually made it 1-1. We then went 2-1 down through Ben Sabat, and then a couple of minutes later, Brad Parkin made it 2-2 to give us a draw. We then made it 2-2, 2 draws in a row, this time away at Mackin. We took the lead. Marcus Frank scoring for the first time in a fair few games to put us 1-0 up. We then went 1-1 at half time. Tim Cornell scoring just 5 minutes before half time. Just after the hour mark, he doubled his tally and put Mackin in the lead. But 17 minutes from time, Trent, I think it's what you pronounce Beamish, made it 2-2 with 15 minutes to go. And in the last game, we lost 1-0 away on Ottawa. They did take the lead through George Holloway, but Peter Martin got sent off for them. However, we're not able to make the numbers count. So this is how it actually looks. As you can see, it's frustrating. We are second on goal difference to Turk, and only a point clear of Mackin. We really need to actually win this game to guarantee ourselves top 2. We're not guarantee ourselves, but to put ourselves in a really good position. All the other groups I think are done. Or they're not quite done. We've got Mina, Abramama, Abalong, Tirana, and Anatolia that are actually in the next round. So what we'll do is we'll get into this game. if we don't make it into the playoffs, I probably will actually end up leaving the actual team. I did realise, yeah, we're playing Took, so if we draw this game, we've got a real chance of actually making it, as they're one of the teams after us. And you've got Mackin, who are playing Nicker now. So that's the next team as well. So we'll stay on until that game at least. But yeah, if I don't make the playoffs, I will leave. We'll move elsewhere. The next episode will be me trying to find a club, or they will be the actual playoffs. So let's get into this game and see what's going on. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I can't really move a defender up, unfortunately, because Ellis is suspended. We'll bring Liam Curtis back in for Beamish. He's actually been playing centre, attacking mid. You can see his scoring goals has been a nightmare. You can see the fact that Frank has only got 2 goals all season, whereas he scored more than that in the first game of the season, if I remember rightly. So what we'll do is we'll pause it so that I can put the highlights on. So yeah, quite an important game. Even if we make it through into the playoffs, there's no guarantee I'll stay, to be honest. But we'll see what happens here. First off, we'll see. Oh, great foul there, lovely. Good for me to get booked. So yeah, it's been a bit of a poor season, to be honest, for us. Chalmers with the throw in now to Parkin, cuts inside and loses the ball, but the ball bounces back to us somehow. There's Watts over the top, poor ball over the top, but it's falling to us again. And Kanzi plays it to Young, and it's great save, but it was offside. It did look offside, to be honest. Parkin with the free kick. Swings it over, hopefully, or does he shoot? He shoots, and it's just over the bar. But yeah, this kind of annoying that we've got to the playoffs quite a few times in this and just cannot make it to that final. Quite frustrating, to be quite frank. As you can see, our players are struggling with fitness due to the all the games so close together and all that. It's actually quite annoying. Should really rotate them round, but because of the how quickly it can change, I kept him in. So Ward with the ball to Chalmers. Not really any help here. Chalmers finally up to Curtis, who loses the ball. Don't even know who that was. Cooper plays it out to Thompson. First time ball. Interesting clearance out to Thompson, and he buries it in the top corner. I think that just sums up the defending we've done this season. Just absolutely abysmal, to be quite frank. Parker in the corner. Can we get instant response? They clear it, and West gets on it to Ward. Back over the top. Parkins on it. Can he claim it across? He can. Frank, is he onside? He is. It looked like he took a deflection off the defender into his path, to be honest. So we are now back to 1-1. A little bit lucky, to be honest, to Phil. So we're that's half time. I think we have to make a raft of changes, to be quite frank. Get Lloyd on and Roper. Just because the team is absolutely knackered. So the final 45 minutes of the regular season, if you want to say it in American way. So hopefully we can hold on. Only got one more sub to make if we go to use it, but yeah, that's the only one we can do. So we've got 25 minutes to go. Oh, it is, I don't know how to say that. Griffiths is tackled, good. Young's on the ball, plays it over the top for Frank to run onto. He's through and he puts it wide somehow. Defender was there in front of him, but you would have expected him to take that chance. So we're now into the final 10 minutes of the game. Not really much happening in this game, to be honest. But I'll take it. 4 minutes of added on time. into the final 60 seconds. And yes, we take the point, so we still stay second. It's now down to... Is it Mackin? Yeah, down to Mackin to beat Nick now to stop us from making the playoffs. But what we'll do is we'll go to that game just so we can see live how it goes. So Anatolia beat Bhutan in the final game of our group. Goes on to Group D. So Tuatua North are now through. And if Banaba win their game, they also qualify. Or if they draw, I think, as well. They do draw and they do take the final place. So the final place is now between us and Mackin. So let's see how this goes. And Nick now wins, so we do qualify for the playoffs. And we get... Oh, really? We got them in the group. Am I right in saying that? We got them in a group, didn't we? We did. So we're playing fellow group winners on Ottawa. Standard, we get something like that. So, yep, that is it for this episode, guys. Got a little bit lucky, to be honest, to get into the playoffs in my view. We haven't played well in the last couple of games. Now we're going into the quarterfinals against Ottawa. But like I said, that is it for this episode, guys. Leave some likes, leave some comments, subscribe. And until next time, as always, take it steady.